Good evening, YouTubers. This is your zip code Farik. Matt Shiny here in the 92805 zip code at the ZCF Studios in Southern California on this Tuesday, May the 19th in the evening. And our first foray into New York zip codes is in the city of New York itself. One of its 5 renowned boroughs, the Bronx, 10452, the southwestern part of the Bronx. This area includes neighborhoods like West Concourse, Morris Heights, and especially one that's really renowned, as I find out, reading and looking around, is Highbridge. Uh, New York City is quite an old city itself. It got started well before statehood in 1788. The Dutch had it first, and then later the British. And some of the weird place names that are here are because of the Dutch. Maybe the British, but usually the Dutch. Bronx is one of them. That NX ending is to die for. I love it. But in any event, this area is, I was going to talk about Yankee Stadium, but Yankee Stadium is actually in the 10451. So sorry, but it's pretty close. Anyway, Highbridge has a lot of things of its own to recommend it. This area was an early adopter of breakdancing and some of that stuff. In the late 80s, early 90s, some practitioners there. Also, the comedian Tracy Morgan grew up here. Cardi B, the rapper, as well as a Boogie with a Hoodie rapper as well. Cardi B I've heard of. A Boogie with a Hoodie's news to me, but this is what happens when you take your zip code act across the country. So, the Highbridge area here is called the heart of the South Bronx. It's just under a square mile in area. The zip code is 65.4% of the area is Hispanic, 28.3% of it's black, 2.9% of it's white, 1.5 is 2 or more races, 0.9 is other, 0.6 is Asian, 0.3 is American Indian. There are 75,774 people living here as of 2026. Extremely highly dense. Very, very urban, very, very renter heavy, as they like to say, the demographers do. Poverty rate is a little bit disturbing. 34.5% of the populace lives at or below the poverty level, as opposed to New York State's 14%, which is over twice that. Median income is $41,288 a year. Median home value is $319,065 a year. I read about the crime, and to be honest, considering it was not as bad as I was expecting it to be as far as reports. But when it happens to you, wherever it is, it doesn't really matter what statistics say it happened to you. So, but I like that the neighborhood gets a lot of love. What I see online, Highbridge, as I said, it's called the heart and soul of the South Bronx. And keep on trucking. There's no shortage of things to do for sure, and people to do them with. So, as far as the weather's going, New York State, like a lot of the East Coast, is having coming off a heat wave. Right now it's 86 degrees. Low is going to be 74, and it's going to be clear tonight. Tomorrow, high of 92, low of 60, thunderstorms. Thursday, it's going to drop about 25 degrees, so it'll be a high of 67 and a low of 53, cloudy. Friday, it's going to be a high of 66, a low of 52, cloudy. And it's going to stay in the 50s and low 60s for the weekend. It's going to rain. So, at least it'll cool you guys off from what you were experiencing this week. So, 10452, the Bronx, New York. This is one of probably a couple dozen zip codes in the Bronx. So, not the only one, but this is Highbridge and other neighborhoods I was talking about in the South Bronx. Anyway, if you like, hit like. If you don't, hit don't. Leave a comment in the comment section below or throw your choice of digital projectile at me. You feel free to make comments and sign up. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.